Okay, the last thing that I'd like for you to work on that's in your notes packet, now that you've learned where these muscles are, is for different muscle pairs, I really want you to focus on the origin, the insertion, and the action for specific muscles. My suggestion is to actually go to these images and look at the muscles to see if you can figure out where they attached. Okay, so let's take the zygomaticus major as one. So if we look here, and if we remember that this right here is the zygomaticus major muscle, well, where does it look like it's attached? Well, it looks like one end is attached to the bone, and the other end is attached to this edge of the mouth here. Okay, and so to think about how it's going to move, first you have to think about, okay, which is the end that is moving? Well, right here in our zygomatic bone, is there anything on that that actually can move up and down? Well, and particularly compared to the skin of the mouth, not so much. So our origin is actually going to be zygomatic bone, and insertion is going to be this edge of the mouth. So now that we can draw a line across there, ask ourselves, what does it look like when this end, or when this muscle contracts? And so that's what it's doing to the lips, or to the edge of the mouth. Now we need to make sure that we can put that in some sort of anatomical terminology. So rather than saying, okay, zygomaticus major helps you smile, well, there's lots of different types of smiles, okay? So what is it doing to the lips? One, it's elevating them, it's bringing them up, but also it's bringing them back. And so that would be elevation and retraction. So if we go here to this portion, the origin is the zygomatic bone. Okay, and in some cases you're going to be able to get more specific than the bone. You're going to be able to know the specific bone surface feature that it's attached to. The insertion, which is the movable end, is going to be the angle of the mouth. And the action is going to be retraction and elevation of the corner of the mouth. Okay. And so here's a series of different muscles to practice going through that reasoning with. Now there is a great resource for being able to check your answers when you get stuck. And so I would recommend the lab manual, actually on page 200. And if you look here, this is where it starts, but there are these charts throughout the rest of this lab exercise. And so you notice it tells you the muscles right here, and so you can look at all of these muscles. And so here's zygomaticus major and minor. Well, if we look right here, this is telling us the origin in this section. So zygomatic bones, we got that right. Insertion, well, skin and muscle at the corner of the mouth. Okay, and over here is the action. And so it raises the lateral corners of the mouth upward. So it is a smiling muscle, but this is going to be elevation and also retraction of that muscle. Okay, and so these tables in your lab manual are actually really great for helping you to know what this does. Okay, now just like we've done before, if you see words on here that you don't quite know what they mean, one, you can try and reason them out, as we've done with the muscle names and thinking, what do they mean? But also look through and look for the words that you do know and make sense of those first. Okay? And so that would be my suggestion, is to go through here, find origin, insertion, and action. And then once you found the actions, then look through this action column and say which one is the one that's primarily doing elbow flexion, and put that down. And which one would oppose it? Well, it's probably the one doing extension that would oppose it. And so see in each case if you can find the muscles that are responsible for doing these actions and also opposing those